Somewhere along planning my trip to every national park, I came along a list of the top 10 hikes in the US. Of course, I started reading it and realized I'd already been to 3 of the trails. The Mist to Vernal Falls Trail in Yosemite, Franconia Ridge in New Hampshire, and Emerald Lake in Colorado. I decided since I'm going across the country, I might as well finish up the other 7 treks on the list. That included the Alum Cave to Mount Leconte hike and the Smokies, and that's why we're here this morning, to do the hike to lake number 22 here in Washington State. This is number 7 on the list. Information on this hike. It is 2.7 miles and we gain about 1,500 feet in elevation. We're supposed to pass quite a few cascading waterfalls. We need to be on the lookout for black bears. It is accurately named. We are hiking to a lake. The sign said there would be evidence of old logging techniques, so that's pretty neat. There's a landslide in 1.7 miles, so that's going to be interesting to get around. And luckily I ran into 2 girls in the parking lot and they were doing their trekking poles, so I actually grabbed mine. One of them said she had done this before and that she definitely recommended bringing them on the way back, so that's what I'm gonna do. So pretty. I've seen really tall pine trees, but at like Yosemite, and they're really skinny. To see a pine tree that's that big around is crazy. We've reached the landslide. I think the trail was originally supposed to go this way, but there's trees blocking it. So we need to go up and around it maybe. At the beginning of the trail, it did say there's a landslide. I also did a little research, so I knew it was here before I got here. The sad part is that means we have another mile to trek to the lake. I think we're just gonna try this. Now I need to figure out if I need to go left or right. There's the old trail. Okay. The old trail comes up and switches back. So if you come up the landslide, turn right. Not the end of the world if you turn left. You'll notice it, but turn right. It's amazing because you can just see where that tree ripped out of the side of the mountain. I think it just looks intimidating. Wow. This gets me very excited to be going to the North Cascades tomorrow. So pretty. First of all, there's nothing better than a big reflective alpine lake, and this is amazing. Secondly, it almost looks like there's moss growing on this rock face, but it's just so big that those are trees, like whole trees, and it just, from here, it looks like moss. That does too much. Wow. I've noticed now a few people have started the lap around the lake, and it's hard to tell how big it is until you see them. Also, there's a massive waterfall on this opposite wall, and I didn't see it till somebody pointed it out. The waterfall is right along here. And then the two people I saw hiking are over here by these rocks, and they're so little there's no way you can see them. This water just keeps getting better and better. I don't necessarily need to walk around the lake, but I feel like if I don't walk around the lake, I'm going to miss out on walking around the lake. So, I'm going to walk around the lake. The view from this side isn't so bad either. See that snow-capped mountain in the distance. From up here, it definitely gives off Emerald Lake vibes, which Courtney and I did last year in Rocky Mountain National Park. Very similar trails, very similar outcomes. I can see why both of them are on the list. I've officially made it back to the beginning of the trail. It is still absolutely beautiful, just beautiful. Although I am going to get my second trekking pole out to go down, so I will see you at the bottom. Still pretty warm. Down here there isn't much of a breeze and it is a humid day, but absolutely beautiful. I can't believe I made it through the whole day without it raining. Sometimes when you go on a hike like this, you wonder if it's ranked high just because a lot of people do it, but this one definitely earned it. The hike was absolutely beautiful. The lake was beyond what I pictured. Like, it's hard to even think that the video will do it justice. The rocky section was really hard. My legs are tired. If you want to do this one specifically, I would say come on a weekday, come early, and it does require a permit, so make sure you get that. I was in the parking lot just after 7. It was definitely early enough, but I passed a ton of people on my way down while they were going up. So that's kind of the sweet spot. I'm interested. Let me know in the comments what your favorite hike in the state of Washington is. I'm excited because tomorrow I'm headed to North Cascades National Park, which should be a lot more of this. This was my 5th hike on the top 10 list, so if you're interested in seeing more of those hikes, make sure that you subscribe. Really appreciate that you followed along for this hike. Hopefully this convinces you to get here and try it for yourself. It's only noon, so I still have the whole day to explore the area. Really enjoyed this hike and being able to share it with you. I'll see you in a few days at the next one. I've had trouble planning all of these national parks because there's just so many in a row. So I decided to try something new today and let the park ranger design my day. This is what we came up with. I'm gonna put the camera down and do a time lapse, and then I'm gonna run from all these slides while you get to look at this amazing view. It is insane.